my show.
Welcome everyone to the season finale of Fish Report Live. My name is Craig Fissinger.
And I'm Ken Francis.
And we're coming to you live from the Fish Report studio here in Russia, Ohio. It is Thursday night, May 31st, 2012. Ken, not only is it our last show of the season, it's state tournament weekend, and what better way to end it than talking to a bunch of state tournament participants. We got a bunch to talk to tonight, don't we?
We do. We got a whole list of them tonight, Craig, and there's season finales of Hawaii 5-0 and Survivor and all these other big shows, and we got a huge audience out there following us tonight. Probably a record crowd, and it's just so much fun. We've had so much fun the last 26 weeks, and it's our season finale, and we'll be back at it in the fall again. But for now, let's enjoy tonight because we got a special show.
We sure do. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's also our last night for a trivia question. Why don't you tell the viewers out there what the season-ending trivia question is?
Tonight's trivia question is, Craig, and the winner will once again receive a Fish Report Live t-shirt. Everybody knows last year the Minster Wildcats were the state champions in Division IV baseball. The question tonight is, name the pitcher for the Minster Wildcats that last season was the winning pitcher in both games. The winning pitcher in the state semifinal and the state championship game. A very rare feat, but Minster did it last year. Name that pitcher for the Minster Wildcats.
Great question and very appropriate for tonight. It's your last chance to win a Fish Report Live t-shirt, viewers out there, so send your answers in on the social stream tab on the right side of your computer screen, or you can text us. Our text number is there on the screen as well. All right, Ken, before we get to our big interviews tonight, do you have any other news in the world of high school sports?
Yeah, a couple big games today just to mention. First of all, in girls softball, the Covington Lady Buccaneers unfortunately lost a tough one today to Vienna Matthews by a score of 5-3. The Lady Bucks finished the season at 25-5. Just another fantastic season for Covington. And actually, our condolences go out to the community of Covington. Craig, unfortunately, a sad thing this week. They lost a very good man over there by the name of Mr. Don Yinkst. And I knew Don personally, did an awful lot for that community and for their sports programs over at Covington. So our condolences to the family of Mr. Don Yinkst. Also, boys baseball today. A big game in Division II. Wapak defeated West Holmes by a score of 3-2. Craig, it was an exciting finish. I got to tell you about it. I actually talked to someone that was at the game today, and he said it was a 3-1 game, bottom of the 7th inning. West Holmes had scored a run to make it 3-2. They had the tying run on third base, the winning run on first, fly ball to center field, and Caleb Zweibel makes a diving catch in the alley in center field to save the game for the Redskins of Wapak. So good luck to them when they play next Saturday.
Wow, an exciting start to the state tournament, it sounds like.
Yes, it was.
All right, well, let's get to it. Let's talk a little state tournament baseball ourselves. Coming up, we're most interested in Division IV, and tomorrow night at 4 p.m. at Huntington Park in Columbus, we've got the 24-6 Minster Wildcats taking on the 27-3 Defiance Tenora Rams. Minster comes into this game, Ken, ranked number 13 in the state. Defiance Tenora comes into this game ranked number 3 in the state. Defiance got to where they were at by beating Gibsonburg and Lipsick in the regionals, and Minster got to where they were at by beating Southeastern and Lehman in the regionals. The winner of that game gets to play the winner of Berlin Highland and Cuyahoga Heights tomorrow night. Their game is at 7 o'clock right after the Minster game. And then the championship game, actually, it's the last game on Saturday night. It takes place at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. That's your championship game. So
that should be a good one, And Craig, I guess it'd be great to have somebody on the line from Minster, wouldn't it?
It sure would. And I think on the phone right now we have the starting pitcher for the Minster Wildcats, and we're going to here in a second. The starting pitcher for the Minster Wildcats, senior.
Hey, this is Mike. Leave a message.
Doug Huber. And
please record your message. When you finish recording, you may hang up or press 1.
Sounds like we got Coach Wiss's voicemail there. You want to try that one again one more time, Ken?
Yeah.
All right. Well, a couple of facts about Defiance I'll tell you before we get Doug Huber on the phone. Defiance Tenora actually has scored 10 or more runs 16 times this year, Ken. So sounds like they're a high-scoring team, or can be. They've also posted 8 shutouts, so they can play some defense as well. And then a little-known fact maybe about Minster, maybe not everyone knew this, but Minster was the runner-up in the state tournament back in 2003. So not only did they win it last year, they were the runner-ups back in 2003. So they got a little experience in the state tournament. So.
Sorry for these difficulties, folks. We thought we had him on the line, and we're trying again here.
We talked to Coach Wiss here about a half an hour ago. They were in the middle of some type of meeting. He said they were going to be available, though, when our show started. So hopefully we'll have Doug on the phone here in just a second.
Hello? Hello? Hello, Mike? Yeah, Mike? Mike?
This is Doug Huber.
Yeah.
Hey Doug, you're on live right now with Fish Report Live. Had a little bit of trouble getting a hold of you there, but are you available to chat with us for a few minutes?
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, hey, first of all, listen, congratulations on a fantastic season. Hopefully you guys can pick up a couple more wins, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of happy people in Minster. But Doug, the first question I got to ask you is, did you guys really think at the beginning of this season that you could get back to the state tournament?
Our team goal was to get back to state, and we accomplished it. Everyone's filled in their positions, filled in the positions that we lost, and stepped up and did their job.
All right, well, great. You know, I know your opponent tomorrow night at 4 o'clock is Defiance Tenora. They were in the state tournament last year, but I believe they were in Division III. And I know you're the starting pitcher tomorrow night. At least that's what we understand. I imagine you know a little bit about Tenora. Can you give us a little preview? What are you expecting tomorrow night when you take the mound?
We're just going over stat report right now, and from what I've heard so far, they're a bunch of pull side hitters. But once they get down the count, they're afraid to go off though.
Mm-hmm. A pull side hitter, that means they like to go to left field, or?
Yep, they're ready to go to left field.
Mm-hmm. Doug, this is Ken Francis. Again, appreciate you taking your time out to join us on the show. Let me ask you about one of your teammates, Adam Niemeyer. Adam is a hard-throwing junior for the Wildcats who, unfortunately, come tournament time, came down with some arm problems. How has that, the devastation of that loss to your team, and you know, you guys obviously have responded very well to that, and what type of role does Adam play on your team right now?
Adam right now is the DH here, and he's really positive about that. He's focusing on all his at-bats. He's not taking an at-bat off. It's sad we lost him, but you got to step up and do your job and fill in for the roles.
That's a great answer. And I saw an interview with Coach Wiss after your regional game against Southeastern. Coach Wiss mentioned that he was awful tight before that game, but you guys loosened him up a little bit. Can you explain or elaborate on that? How does the team loosen up the coach? It should be the other way around, shouldn't it?
Yeah, we're a real loose bunch of guys, and Coach Wiss, he gets worried about things, and we just joke around and have fun with it. We're playing baseball out of school, and that's another one of our goals, and you just got to have fun with it.
Hey Doug, I'm showing the viewers on the screen right now. I see one of the ways you loosen them up. There's a picture of a couple guys pouring a water cooler on top of Coach Wiss there. So that's one way to keep them loose, I guess, huh?
Oh yeah, that was a real fun time. He screamed like a little girl.
Hey, listen, one last question before we let you go, Doug. Now, hey, this past weekend I got a chance to talk to one of your former teammates, last year's second baseman, Craig Purpose. I talked to Craig at a graduation party, and as you know, he golfs right now for the University of Dayton, and he said as a result, he hasn't got a chance to see any of your games this year. However, he did promise me he was going to be there tomorrow night to watch you guys for the first time this year, so you can't give him a hard time anymore. But let me ask you, is there anything that you learned last year from those seniors that you'll try to pass along maybe to the underclassmen this year at the state tournament?
There's probably two things. One was Chase Paxton always said that baseball is a stupid game, which it is. Stupid stuff will happen for no reason, and you don't understand why it happened. And then the other thing is just have fun and keep playing.
Those are two good bits of advice there. Those both came from Chase?
Yeah, the first one did.
That's good. Hey, Doug, you know, again, great luck to you guys tomorrow. We're pulling for the Wildcats. You know, it'd be nothing better than to bring home 2 straight state titles. And, you know, we really appreciate you taking the time to join us, and also appreciate Coach Wiss allowing you to take your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. That was Minster starting pitcher Doug Huber. Ken, I was worried we weren't going to get him on the phone there.
Yeah, I apologize to all my viewers out there. You know, I had poor etiquette there with my phone in the ear and everything like that, but I didn't think we were going to get him either. But fortunately we did, and all things worked out well.
Well, we'll tell the viewers out there, too, we actually had, we just mentioned Craig Purpose, last year's starting second baseman. We actually had him lined up as a backup in case things didn't work out there. So, Craig, we'll get you on some other time, all right? All right, Ken, let me ask you, you know, if Minster can win this all, if they can win it all again this year, do you have any idea how many state tournaments or state championships that's going to bring to the School of Minster?
I do, and you know, that would have been a great trivia question tonight.
Yeah,
I wonder how many people could guess this. But, Craig, right now, believe it or not, the Minster Wildcats have 26 state championships. I know Rushie's got 1, and you know, most schools just love to have 1. Minster's got 26. Okay, they've got 12 of them in girls track and field. They've got 9 of them in girls cross country. They've got 2 in girls basketball. They've got 1 in golf, 1 in baseball, and 1 in football.
So if they can pull it off this weekend, they'll have 27.
They'll have 27.
Not to mention they've got some runners competing over at Jesse Owens Stadium. Who knows? Maybe they'll pick up a couple this weekend.
Yeah, I guess they could. You know, their Minster boys are sitting pretty strong right now, so don't count out the Minster boys as track team also as possibly winning a state championship.
All right, well, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But I tell you what, let's take a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to get a whole slew of Russia Raiders on the phone. We're going to talk to them about a little track and field, so stay right there.
Raised by a single mother in the heart of the Midwest. She grew up, didn't have to struggle, cause her mom worked hard for everything they had. She never knew her father, only knew that he was gone. She would wake to her mother crying and an empty Bible laying on the floor. Yeah. Teen with open face, she was gonna leave this town, but she fell in love, had a son, now she's paying rent on an old farmhouse. Got a job in a factory downtown, pushing out on wheels. Now it's porch cars and blue bandanas, they will be guest streams for you and me. All the mornings they are dancing on this side of town. She likes to smoke, takes a talk, it's just another day of a fairy tale. Oh, it's just black coffee and cigarettes. She's got a broken car and a broken smile from a past she can't forget. All the stuff is killing her, she don't know how to live. Now every day is just the same damn thing. Black coffee and cigarettes.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Before the break, Ken, we were talking a little state tournament baseball. Now we're going to talk a little state tournament or state track and field. That's going on over at the Jesse Owens Stadium. And we got some Russia athletes on the phone here we're going to talk to, don't we?
We do. We might as well go right to them.
All right, let's get to it here. First of all, what an accomplishment. Russia sent 5 runners, track and field athletes to the state meet this year, and that's a little better than we did last year, wasn't it?
That's great. Five kids, 6 different events. And just the Russia kids are doing an excellent job in track, boys and girls, and hats off to the coaches and the kids. So,
all right, well, first of all, I think we have on the phone right now, and that is freshman Emily Borchers. Emily, are you with us?
Yeah.
All right, well, first of all, what an accomplishment. Your freshman year, you're going to the state track meet, and you're running in the very competitive 1600, which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but you're going to be facing a pretty good runner from Versailles by the name of Tammy Berger. Were you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, now listen, I know you watched your sister Katie run last year, win a state championship in the 800. I want to ask you, Emily, what kind of influence did that have on you watching her win a state title, and did she give you any advice for this weekend?
Well, it really motivated me to watch her throughout the years running that state. So it's a pleasure to be able to run that state just like her. She told me to start out fast and stay out fast and see how long I can go.
Well, good. Now, I assume she'll be in attendance then on Saturday?
Yes.
All right. Well, great. All right. Well, best of luck to you, and let's see if we can get Jackie on the phone here now.
Jackie, are you with us?
Hello?
Jackie?
Yep.
Hi, Jackie. This is Ken Francis. I want to congratulate you on a great track season that you're having thus far. This will be your second trip to the state track meet. Last year, once again, you were in the 100 hurdles and also the 300 hurdles. Last year, you finished a very impressive 5th place in the state in the 300 hurdles. I want to ask you this about the 100-meter hurdles, where the results are just decided by hundredths of a second. How does that race differ from the 300 hurdle races?
Well, for one, it's like luck is a big factor in the race. It's like you make one little mistake and that can get you back just tons of places. So you just gotta, it's the preparing you do before that race that really matters.
So there's a lot less room for error in the hundreds than there is in the 300s. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, it's much more. Like if you hit 100 on the 100, way bigger of a difference than if you hit 130.
Well, you know, the 300s have seemed to be in your specialty all year, and then you know, I think surprised some people in the hundreds at the regional. Did you feel that way?
300s are just, the 100s are just a blessing. Whatever happens, like I said, it's so much luck involved, and everyone's so close. Like, just whatever happens, and I'll accept it. But I'd like to make it the finals if possible. So.
Well, good. Well, listen, good luck to you. Again, congratulations on an outstanding season. So,
all right, thanks. If
you would like to put Rushi's record-holding pole vaulter on the line, Miss Taylor Magata, that'd be great. Taylor?
Hello?
Taylor? Hi, this is Ken. Yeah. This is Ken Francis and Craig Fissinger from Fish Report. This is your first trip to the state track meet, and I'd like to congratulate you on that. You'll be competing Friday afternoon in the Division III pole vault. I understand your dad is the coach of this event, and along with your head girls coach, Mrs. Phelan. What is your dad? How has he learned pole vaulting, and how has he been working with you throughout this season?
My dad was a pole vaulter in high school, so he's very experienced. He has been through everything that I have been through, and ever since I've seen my dad's name on the Rushi record board, it's been very inspiring. It has been a very good experience, not only to share this with my coach, but my dad as well. Not many people get to say that they were coached by their dad, and for that I'm very grateful.
Well, that's a great answer, Taylor, and listen, we wish you the best of luck tomorrow afternoon in the pole vault, and you know, I'm sure your dad and your teammates and your coaches and everybody will be there cheering you on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Taylor, can you get Lauren Francis on the phone?
Yep. Hello.
Hi, Lauren. This is Craig.
Hi.
Hi. I know this is a return trip to state for you this year. Last year, you actually competed in the 1600. You finished a very nice 10th place. This year, you're competing in the 3200. And I know a couple of the girls you're competing against. You've been seeing these girls for, I know, a number of years on the cross-country course and on the track. And that's senior Allison Roth from Houston and junior Meg Vogel from West Liberty Salem. I want to ask you, Lauren, what's your relationship with those girls? Are you friends? Are you bitter rivals? How do you get along with those girls?
I get along with those girls very good. I actually worked with both of them this past weekend. It's a lot of fun being able to know your competition, and we push each other along the way, and it just makes it more fun each race. And after the race, we just give each other hugs and support whatever happens during the race.
Well, that's awesome, and I know all three of you girls have taken turns beating each other at one time or the other. Now, are you going to be glad? Allison's the lone senior there. Are you going to be glad to see her go next year? You don't have to worry about racing against her anymore?
I would definitely miss Allison. She is a very nice girl, and she's helped push me this season and has helped me become a better runner. But I would be happy that I will hopefully be able to place a little bit higher next year now that she's gone. But I would definitely miss her.
All right. Well, hey, listen, best of luck in the 2 mile, and we're rooting for you back here in Russia. And can you put the lone boy on the phone there, Tyler Francis?
Yes, here he is.
Hello.
Hello, Tyler.
Yes.
Hey, this is Craig Fissinger on Fish Report Live. First question I got to ask you: how are you handling yourself with 4 girls there?
Well, I do have some of my classmates with me. I got Colin Ball, Dakota Huffman, and Ethan Schaefer.
Oh,
plus
good.
the coaches.
Good. Good.
That makes it a lot easier.
All right. I don't know how you can handle yourself with 4 women around, but maybe that's another story. But anyway, listen. Hey, just like last year, I know you're competing again this year in the 300 hurdles. Now you're the lone senior on the Russia squad this year. You've already graduated, so this is it for you. And I want to ask you, Tyler, what's your emotions going into this race, knowing this is it?
Well, right about now, I'm thinking I just got hopefully 2 more races, and I can just put everything out to it. And well, I'm not really nervous or anything. I'm just very anxious to get out there, and being that anxious will get me the 38 I'm looking for, and hopefully pull through with a good position on the podium.
And a 38 is what? What is a 38?
38 time for my 300 hurdles.
Okay. Is that a goal that you've hit this year yet, or?
Honestly, I was just shooting for a 39, but I've already got that, so why not go lower?
Might as well. Well, I've seen you run them hurdles before, Tyler, and you come out of there like a bolt of lightning, so best of luck to you tomorrow and Saturday.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tyler, we're going to let you guys go. Hey, get a little rest tonight, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you. I do have one thing. The husband wants to say something.
All right.
I'd like to say love to Army senior representatives, Tyler Francis, and all the girls. Go Raiders!
All right. Thanks, Dakota.
Thanks, Dakota. And listen, tell the girls and Tyler that Fish Report Live says good luck and run fast and jump high.
Yes, sir. I will do that.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was the Russia Raider track team, Ken. Sounds like they're having a little fun. Like I said, I hope they get a little rest tonight, and
I hope so.
They'll take care of business. I know that.
They'll take care of business. So, yeah, good luck to them.
All right. Well, listen, we talked a little Russia Raiders there. I was on a website this past week called Ohio Miles Split. They had some kind of virtual results, basically taking all the regional results and trying to figure out who's going to win this thing. And if we talk girls track, they actually had the Versailles Tigers picked to win it all. I want to ask you, what's your thoughts on that?
There's no doubt that they can win it all, Craig. They've got Tammy Berger, potentially getting, anywhere from 16 to 20 points. Okay, let's face it, she's very good, and there's kids out there that can beat her. You know, you got Hannah Chapeldick in the 800. You got Meg Vogel in the 16. I think they both can beat Tammy, but Tammy could also win the race. So, you know, I think Tammy gets between 16 and 20 points. I think their relay teams, their 4x8 is going to get 10 points. Their 4x4 is going to be right there, and their other 2 relays are right there. You know, look for them to get probably close to 40 points. Is it going to be enough to win it? I think it might be.
Okay, all right. And let me ask you, I know your biggest interest is probably in the girls 3200. You've got a daughter running in that one. We just talked to her here a little bit ago. But outside of that, let me ask you, are there any other races that you're interested in seeing the results to?
Well, I think all the races that, you know, specifically the Rushi kids are in, as well as, you know, some of my other favorites. You know, I get, you know, a lot of favorites from Versailles and Fort Laramie, West Liberty, all the locals who are in there. But a couple races that really stand out to me right now on the girls' side, Craig, yeah, besides the 3200 is number 1, the 16. Okay, you know, I think it's going to be a great race. You know, you're going to have Vogel from West Liberty, you know, giving it everything she's got and pushing Berger all the way. You know, the question is, how low can Tammy Berger go? Okay, and can Meg Vogel stick with her long enough to make that race even more interesting? The other big race is probably going to be the Open 800. Okay, to me, one of my favorite races at the regional level. You know, you have 3 girls there, 3 local girls, and Tammy Berger, Meg Westerheide, and Brittany Bailey coming around that corner 3 wide. When you add Bluffton's Hannah Chapeldick into the mix, who ran a 2:12 at the regional, you're just going to have a blazing fast girls 800. And, you know, those to me stick out in my mind as 2 of the bigger races that I'm looking forward to.
I'm glad you mentioned that 800, and that 212 that you just mentioned is a few seconds faster than what they ran at the Detroit Regional last week. Well, that 800, I was there in attendance for that. That 800 was my favorite race. Ken, what better finish than what they had? You had Brittany Bailey from Botkins leading that whole race, or most of the race, until they came around to that last turn. Tammy pulled up with her, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes Meg Westerheide. Ken, they went into that last turn 3 wide, and it was like a horse race. I mean, it was what a finish. And speaking of which, this week I was lucky enough to get my hands on that video. Tomorrow morning on the Fish Report website, you will see that 800 race. I've got the video. I've got a nice little blog post too about the girl that won that video, or that won that race, Tammy Berger. You're going to see that too. But wait till you see this video, folks, and wait till you see that last turn, turn 4. Those girls running 3 wide. If you missed it, you'll definitely want to see the video. So, what on the boys' side, are you interested in any races?
Boys' side, you know, the 4x1, the relays are always great to watch. I think, and you know, the 4x1, the 4x4 is going to be very good to watch. You know, Minster boys have got some very good relay teams. They've just got some excellent track athletes over there at Minster. You know, they may have enough to win. You know, Minster might get 2 state championships tomorrow. Who knows? So. You know, all the sprints, all the distance races, you know, you've just got some, you got the Pullman boy that we had met last year, actually in the 3200, who is a very good runner. Look for him to have a breakout race again, and just going to be great racing. The weather's going to be nice, we hope, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, I know you're going to be there. Unfortunately, I'm going to be out of state and missing it. You know, after watching the county, district, and regional meets, I'm so fired up. I'm not going to be there, but I know you'll be hopefully keeping me posted on all those results, and we'll be in close contact when that meet's going on. I know
that's for sure.
So, all right, Ken. Well, that's going to do it for our track talk, and it's almost going to do it for our show. But we still have a trivia answer to find out what the answer was, and see if we got a winner. So I'll check for a winner here while you're going over that question.
Tonight's trivia question was this. It dealt with high school baseball and the Minster Wildcats. Everybody knows that last year the Minster Wildcats were the state champions in boys baseball. The question was, who was the winning pitcher in both of those games? The same guy was the winning pitcher in both the games for the Minster Wildcats last year. And the answer to that question was actually at the time sophomore, now a junior, Austin Kanapke. He came in relief in both games and was a winning pitcher in both games. So Austin Kanapke is the answer, and the winner is none other than Tim Kearns from Rushi, Ohio. So congratulations to Tim Kearns, in getting the name of Austin Kanapke the correct answers. So that does it. He'll write a Fish Report Live T-shirt. Well-deserved one, too.
All right, congratulations, Tim Kearns. All right, Ken, that's going to do it for our show tonight, and that's going to do it for our first season. And we're going to take a little summer break. We're going to recharge our batteries a little bit. But listen, 26 episodes, a whole lot of coaches, a whole lot of players. I got to ask you, did you have fun this season?
Craig, I had a lot of fun, and I hate to wish the rest of summer away, but I'm looking forward to the fall when we kick off and talk cross country and volleyball and especially our favorite, football.
That's right, football. You want to hear some football talk, you better tune in to Fish Report Live.
That's right.
So, hey, listen, like any season finale, we should probably leave the viewers with a little bit of a cliffhanger here. And I just want to let you know out there, I do have a cliffhanger for you. Next season, we're going to have some amazing improvements to this show. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. That's the cliffhanger. But we're going to have some improvements to this show. It ain't even going to look like the same show. You're going to be so impressed. We're going to be getting a little closer and closer to looking like the that other sports program, ES
something,
whatever, ESP
PNU or something.
Well, anyway, but you'll definitely want to tune back in this fall for an even better show, and that's our cliffhanger. Well, before we go, Ken, we wanted to give some thank yous and thanks to our sponsors. I want to thank them for supporting us all season. Special thanks to the Casa Bendición, our big sponsor, a couple of weeks. And also special thanks to Steve Young over there in Cruiser's Bar and Grill. They've been simulcasting us now for
several weeks.
That's right. So, yes, thanks to all of them. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all of our fans out there, all of our viewers, our listeners, all those people who gave us game scores. We always had people texting us and tweeting us game scores. And special thanks to our correspondents this past winter, TK and Big Dog, who provided us all kinds of information on boys and girls basketball. Also, special thanks to all those coaches and players. We had track coaches, baseball coaches, softball coaches. We did interviews. So I'd like to thank all those coaches, players, and for taking time out of their schedule and helping us make our show a success.
Hey, let's not forget this guy. Come on in here. This is our production engineer, our water boy, the guy behind the scenes. He takes care of us and makes this job look so easy. But this is Ross Fissinger. He does a lot for us that off camera that you don't really see. But
also, I need a chat. I hope you have a good time, because we're gonna quit until fall, and I hope you think that we need a cheer for Rushi and West Liberty.
All right, Ross. Well, hey, listen, one last thank you, and that's thanks to all the viewers out there. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sending us your emails and your comments. We appreciate all the positive feedback you give us, and we're looking forward to doing it all again next year. So for the last time this season, so long, farewell. And for Ken Francis and Ross Fissinger, I'm Craig Fissinger saying good night, everyone.